Hey, happy Con Friday, everyone. Welcome. It's good to see you. Props to you for showing up at noonish on a Friday.
It feels like 7 a.m. and it isn't.
It is. And there are so many of you here for this time of day. We really appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
We're going to just play some stupid games. We're going to do some stupid questions, and we're going to hang out together. Does that sound good? Yeah. Let's go, baby. Who has ever seen us live in person before, ever?
Whoa.
Hey,
1, 2, 3, 4. No, I'm counting. Keep your hands up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10, 11. Where did you count 11? Gotta start over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
They're quitting.
10.
They're quitting on us.
Nope. 10.
This is the part where you have to go over there and then we make the two sides fight. All the new people and all the old schoolers.
This is the, what is it called? The pit?
The mosh pit?
The mosh pit.
Let's go. So listen, who are we? The world may never know. We're three idiot friends who are also voice actors. We met about 8 years ago when we were in about 36 projects together over the course of a year. And we all said, hey, we're probably going to do cons together, aren't we? And we say, yeah. And then we say, hey, let's be best friends forever. And then we moved in together.
We moved in together, and now we're all married together.
Yep, it's true. We live in Utah. It's great. And we have been doing live shows and convention appearances together for about 8 years.
Thank you, AV. Thank you. We did it.
We did it. Yay! Yeah, just had to flip it to the rear. Just ask Prince William. I don't know. That's topical. No? Anyone? Anybody on Twitter? All right, sorry. Check your trending hashtags. Guys, my name is Ravi. I'm a voice actor. I have been in animes like Sailor Moon and Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer and Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans. And I've been in video games like Persona 5 and Final Fantasy 15 and all sorts of other games. And these are my friends. They're right here.
Raise your hand if you aren't familiar with me.
Great honesty, yes.
Awesome.
No, I love it. Yeah.
No, that's what I wanted to know, because if there were no hands, I would have just been like, let's start the show.
This is how Max usually enters a room, too.
Every time I book a job, I walk into where the producers are and the writers. I say, if you're not familiar with me, raise your hand.
A lot of actors go to conventions to build their egos up, and we just want you to chop us down slowly.
Yes. It would have been amazing if everyone raised their hand. That would have felt so bad and yet so good. I am Max Middleman. I'm a voice actor for animation and anime and video games, things such as One Punch Man, I play Saitama, and King in Seven Deadly Sins, Plague and Miraculous Ladybug, and Ito in Genshin Impact, and Ryuji in Persona 5.
Yes.
And Kosei in Your Lie in April, and Leo in Fire Emblem, and Kaden in Fire Emblem, and Forrest in Fire Emblem, and Gray in Fire Emblem, and Gordon in Fire Emblem.
Yes.
And Ray, who are you?
My name is Ray Chase. I play Roy in Fire Emblem, Alphonse in Fire Emblem, Fernand in Fire Emblem, Bramamon in Fire Emblem, and Gaius in Fire Emblem.
We both play 5 characters?
Yeah, we did it. We did it together. Yeah.
My name is Robbie Damon, and I play Hubert in Fire Emblem, and Ares in Fire Emblem, and Tobin in Fire Emblem. But I'm done. I've only got 3.
You only 3. You got 2. Well, they'll keep hiring you until you hit that max of 5.
I'm gonna call Mr. Emblem and make him Mr. Emblem. I'm gonna put me in.
I'm a voice actor. I also play Noctis in Final Fantasy 15. How many of you guys were up for Nier last night at 3 in the morning?
Oh, I saw you tweet.
Up?
What was that?
Was anyone up for that? No, I was the only one. I was the only one who withheld sleep. Just a crazy Nier news thing.
No, because I saw the video of the secret room.
Yes.
Okay,
and
I saw that.
It was crazy, and it was unmoddable, and it was like, how the heck did this happen? And the guy kept furthering the mystery, and he finally revealed last night under finale. He was like, finale at 3 a.m. last night, Texas time, because he's in Japan. And it was just, thanks for watching. It was all a prank. But it was awesome. I think the community is like actually happy. It was like, what a cool thing. What a cool, fun gift for us. And just Ray didn't have a night's sleep. That's okay.
Wow.
I play Nier in Nier. I play Eve in Nier Automata. I play, what the heck? I'm in anime too. Jujutsu Kaisen, I play Sukuna, Bruno Bucciarati in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Tengen Uzui in Demon Slayer. And I'm in those bear paint commercials that everyone keeps hearing me in.
Give him a taste. Give him a taste.
I'm not ready.
Give him a taste.
He's always forgetting his own catchphrase.
What's the motto?
Bear paint. We love your walls.
Bears. Bear.
Today, it's something about today.
Today, let's paint with Bear.
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
Jesus, I can never remember that one. It's hard because it comes at the beginning. It's not a catch. It's not like a tagline.
We were at a couple.
Let's paint together. It's just today. Let's paint with Bear.
Right.
And then there's more.
We were at a couple weeks ago. We were at a con, and someone lugged a full 5 gallons of bear paint to his table to sign.
That was in Michigan. Yeah.
That's a good move.
It was awesome. So what we've got some games, but first let's just do a regular Q and play. We're gonna do open season where you ask us questions about our careers, about our lives, about our loves, about our secret crushes, and let us and we'll answer them as best we can. So
Ray
raise your
can't
hand.
look at you while you ask the questions. Robbie can't talk to you for answers, and
true.
I will have no idea what you
Oh
say.
yeah, I had eye surgery last week. Max, I have big red things on the sides of my eyes. Max said, just keep those sunglasses on for now.
He doesn't look like that scary. Like a week ago, he looked super scary.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm gonna wear sunglasses. I was like, I don't know. I think you look awesome. Like, I think the superpower right now is at any moment, like, if let's say someone's being mean to you, you can take off your sunglasses and you just have blood.
You could be like,
I strike the fear of God.
Hi guys, this is horrible. We are.
let's ask some answers.
Yep. Wow, it was so fast.
So, like, if I'm serious about doing animation and doing voiceover in anime video games, is moving to LA pretty much a requirement?
Well, first of all, it's good to see you again. I can only see this part of your face, but it's pleasant to see you again. Is it required to move to Los Angeles? Not right away. In fact, that could be one of the worst things you could possibly do.
Thinking about, like, tomorrow.
No. The piece of advice, and their answer might be different, but the piece of advice I always give out is try and tap out your local and remote market first. So every city has a local market for voiceover. There's local commercials on the radio and television and whatever, and most major cities have a local voiceover agency. I would say, imagine that as sort of like your collegiate career, your whatever, and work your way up through that first, and then see if you can get booked online on casting sites like Voice123 and Voices.com is a great place to start. And yes, you have to pay for a membership to get the premium auditions, but a good litmus test is if you have that extra money to do that, try to pay it back as quick as you can via the work that you book. There are way more opportunities in Los Angeles. That's where a lot of the big commercial stuff is. That's where a lot of anime is dubbed. That's where a lot of cartoons are made. That's where a lot of video games are recorded. It is the biggest market for voiceover in the country. And yet, I would say don't rush there. There are lots of people with great careers all throughout the country that don't live in LA. Like the guy that's, does he play League of Legends by any chance still? Yeah, the guy that's opposite me, I play Kane in League of Legends. The guy that plays Rost is based out of Chicago, and he has an amazing commercial voice, and he's not going anywhere. So I always say tap out your local market first, look for remote castings, and then when you're ready, you feel like you're the biggest fish in your local pond, then you can think about making the move to a bigger market like LA.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Good question.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Green shirt right there. The most favorite character I have ever voiced, and you're just asking me this question? I really appreciate that. My most favorite character, my answer, I love Noctis because we recorded him all in a row, which never happens with voiceover, where we start at the beginning and end at the end in a video game. It never happens. You're always going around. So it was really cool to tell that prince's journey from beginning to end. That meant a lot. And Roy means a lot from Fire Emblem. My other 4 roles from Fire Emblem, not so much. much. But Roy, I played, was one of the few roles that I played when I was a kid. I played him in Super Smash Bros. Melee. He was my main along with Dr. Mario. And so that's just crazy to voice somebody randomly as an adult. It was fantastic. Max, who are your favorite characters?
Bobo from Elena of Avalor.
You're sticking with Bobo.
Yeah,
Wow.
always have a special
Wow.
place in my heart. I did like 2 or 3 episodes of this little spirit monkey, and he was so cute and had some songs, and I sang a song that went, I am the top banana, na-da-da-da-doo-doo, and it was
Wait,
really
you made fun of Ray for not knowing the bear pig. You're like, it's my favorite song.
I got the name of the song, Top Banana. King of All I Can See, I believe, was the next lyric, and or something like that. Anyway, probably one of my favorite characters. I also play the Cheshire Cat right now, which is really cool, and I have a few, but I have a few. I actually
only have a few favorite characters. The rest you hate.
The rest are terrible. Saitama, bad.
Max had problems with Saitama when first starting out because his catchphrases are so low energy, so that people would
be
say,
like-
do the voice, and you'd go, okay.
Okay. And then they'd be like, huh. And be like, well, you asked me to do the voice, and that's the voice. Anyway.
It's a little known fact that Ray is a method voice actor. So he has been in medical school for the last 6 years to play Dr. Mario. He's getting ready. He's going to finally get to play his second favorite character of all
That
time.
would be an honor. It would be incredible.
He did his own eye surgery. Favorite character? It's so impossible. It's like picking your favorite. Choose one. Okay. Anime. I'll just do anime, and I'll pick Shoya from A Silent Voice. I think that's my favorite film. If you haven't seen it, it's on Netflix. See, one person likes it. And yeah, I just think it's, we spent almost 20 hours dubbing a 2-hour and 20-minute movie. We took our time with it. It was just, I feel like it was one of the most organic roles that I've got a chance to play. Yeah, I was honored to. That was one of my favorites. And it just had its 5-year anniversary, and they're re-releasing it in theaters. So if it's in the hood, check it out.
Fun fact, like 3 times now, someone's come up to me and been like, can you sign my A Silent Voice thing? And every time I go, I was in that?
You are in that. You play a girl. You play like a.
And who do I play?
You play redheaded friend guy.
Correct, and his name is?
Fartman Jones. That's it. That's his name.
It's Satoshi. Everyone's
Satoshi,
favorite, that's the
character.
fan favorite redhead in all of anime.
That's true. Next. Yes.
Well, since Max is a method voice actor, how does that going to work out for you?
Oh yeah. Are you jacked out of your mind?
You got it in your mind, right?
Yeah, my animation changes when I want it to.
He's also wearing a toupee. He's completely bald.
Yeah. I've shaved it off.
Yeah. Max, you have been doing some working out lately. You're looking slim and trim. You're hiding now. You're embarrassed. I've embarrassed
Max
him.
hiding his washboard abs?
Oh, yeah. All 19 of them, just like every anime character. Right there.
My question so much wanted to ask before, what was the most fun role you ever did?
The most fun
enjoyable.
role we ever did.
Bobo.
What's one where we just had freaking a blast? Where we went to the water park in between lines.
Man, I had a lot of fun recording Happy Chaos from Guilty Gear. They kind of just let me do whatever I wanted, and it just got more and more unhinged, and I was just kind of testing them, waiting for them to be like, are they going to let me do this? He slowly turned from just having like the slightest like Jack Nicholson sort of New York something into complete like Christopher Walken-esque madness, and it just descended every session, and I was like, are they ever gonna stop me? And they didn't. And I listened to some of the lines, like people do those compilations from fighting games, they're like 4 hours long of every line, and kind of like this just went off the rails, and I love it, and I had a lot of fun. Yeah.
That's cool. Oh, I really liked, you won't know who this is, Pendergast from Skylanders. Pendergast was this Carnival Barker character who was in Skylanders, and he sounded like this, and every line was big and bold, and it was so much fun. And that was one where Amanda Wyatt was directing, and she was just like, great, next, great, sounds great, good. It's fun when your director gives you the freedom to basically do whatever you want.
She either loved you or she was like late for dinner or something.
Great, yeah.
These are the deep cuts you guys wanted, right? You guys don't want all to say like Saitama every time,
They're
right?
not asking about Saitama.
Yeah.
They're asking about Bobo. Speaking of directors being awesome, Joel McDonald, who's here with us at AnimeFest and lives in Texas, flew us out to work on Borderlands. That was an amazing series to work on, and just the culture there is just fun. It's just like, why not do a funny take, talk about how much you love your yogurt shop, and it was really fun, and it was fun to get flown out to another city to do voiceover, and they give you, if you work at Gearbox, they give you a mug that says "Hot Cup of Talent," and I drink from it every day.
Oh, they give you a mug that says hot cup
Oh,
of
they
talent.
give certain actors of a certain caliber a mug that says "Hot Cup of Talent." You never got that mug? It's our favorite. We drink out of it all the time. It's the best. It makes us laugh.
Man.
Yeah.
I've
Gearbox.
never worked there.
They were really cool, though.
It's cool, and you got to play the game. Did you get to play the game?
They were just so generous. No.
Well, I got to play the game.
No mug. Didn't get to play the game.
It's just so rare. Usually at voiceover, we're very separate from the game, making the game, the gameplay, all that sort of stuff. And so usually you have to go to some separate apartment, some separate building to ever get to see what the game looks like that you're working on. But Gearbox, it's right there. It's just down the hall. So that was really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next question.
These questions are great.
Blue dress. A blue dress is how I identified you. Yes. I have seen Madoka Magica, and I love that little cat. He's fun. He's cute. You gotta love the little cats. You gotta love the mascots. They're my favorite. I watched 11 episodes of Bungo Stray Dogs last night to stay up for the Nier thing. Yeah.
Oh my God. What season?
I finished season 1.
Oh, nice.
So starting season 2 right after this.
Your character doesn't really come.
Yeah,
out
I
until-
know. I have 20 more episodes to go before Fyodor shows up. But it's a good show.
watch. I really do want to watch. There's so many things I want to watch.
You had a cool scene. You got super emotional that season finale. You're locked inside this child's toy box thing,
Yeah.
and you're like losing your shit.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
great. Sorry for dropping that S-bomb at 7 in the morning.
Wow, my favorite character from Madoka Magica has got to be Tomohisa Kaname. Everyone knows him. He's that one white guy in a sweater. He's probably Japanese.
Any more questions about Madoka Magica? All right, our panel's over. Thank you for coming.
Any more questions? Oh, right over here.
If you did get into voice acting, what career do you think you wanted, or what career do you think you want to do?
Oh, man.
I would have been in music. I would have probably just been a music producer or something. That sounds fun.
Hey, let's make it a two-parter. That's what you said now. That's what Max now says.
Yeah.
What did Max as a kid want to be?
What was
your
be a magician?
A magician?
Magician!
Oh. Wow. What about you, Ray? Do you have I want to hear your today one, and then I want to hear your kid one.
Oh, that's easy. My today one, I probably would be into music history, studying the classical composers, that sort of stuff. Some music also. And if I was a kid, what I spent the most time doing? Baseball. It's me, the baseball player, Ray
What?
Chase. Yeah, absolutely.
How many years did you play
I was
baseball?
obsessed. 5 years of Little League. Yeah.
played five- or
I
no,
spent
did not
most
play
of my childhood throwing a tennis ball against the wall and catching it at myself.
Tennis ball. Did you play tennis?
Yes, I was terrible at it. I was terrible at baseball. You're saying you're looking at me with awe and reverence as
Yeah.
if I was good at it. I never got good at it at all.
Yeah. Let's start a softball league.
Just the three of us?
It's the three of us.
I'll play. Wait.
Yeah.
I'll play shortstop.
Yeah, well, all we need is a pitcher, a fielder, and a batter.
That's
we
it.
Just rotate.
And I'll play shortstop, so you can just hit it wherever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're not just short, you're just stop. You're just, that's all you do is
I'll
just
play the
ball.
stop position because I'm short.
Yeah.
Robbie, what would you have been?
When I was a little kid, I had a classic one. I wanted to be a firefighter. I have fire trucks were my thing. I just thought it was the coolest thing. And as an adult, I think I'd like to be a firefighter.
Yes!
I never matured. There was a guy in front of us in security on the way there, and I'm literally going to a convention where I get to meet fans, hang out with my friends, do the coolest job in the world, and he was just some guy with a firefighter man's polo on. I was like, but that guy's going somewhere cool. Except I would change mine. I really like to be outside. I would want to be the jumping. I want to do that. I want to jump into the fires. I want to be the flame jumper. I want to be the guy that fucking oh my God! Good morning.
Flame jumper?
Yeah. I want to be the guy that parachutes into the wildfires. That's all I want.
Wait, is that a real thing or a dream you had?
It's a real job. They drop these guys in with their gear in the middle of a forest fire. They jump out of a plane, they parachute in, and then they fight the forest fire from the inside.
Bro,
Do you know how
let's
like
change
do you
our
know how
jobs.
like
Let's change our
wait,
jobs.
do you know how like Goku will be in a battle and then someone will be like, why won't you die? And then there's all this smoke and whatever, and then all of a sudden he's like, and then you see him through the flames or through the smoke and whatever, and that's the firefighter you're talking about. They drop him in the middle of the fire, and he's just like.
Actually, it's more like they've just got a shovel, and they're just really.
We wouldn't change our group name. We'd still be called Lava.
Yeah.
We would fight fires. Like lava.
They're called flame jumpers, I think.
You said that.
Did I?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I think they're called flame jumpers.
No, flame jumper.
I'm gonna need to Google this.
The name is Filet M Jumper. Does anybody else have it? No, wait, are we done with questions?
No, that's a Hot
It's
Wheel.
5 more minutes.
Oh, there they are!
5 more
Smoke
minutes.
jumpers! Smoke jumpers! Smoke jumpers! Smoke jumpers! Smoke jumpers are
Smoke
specially
jumpers.
trained wildfire firefighters who provide an initial attack response to the remote wildland fires. They're inserted at the side of the fire by parachute. In addition to performing their initial attack on the wildfires, they may also provide leadership for extended attacks upon the wildland fires.
Smoke jumpers!
Smoke jumpers! We're all too old and out of shape.
No, what a cool anime though. I want to see.
You can become a volunteer firefighter at any point in your life, but they don't let you do the cool stuff. But you do get to fight the fires, and you get to dig holes and do stuff. I want to do it.
I'm into it. Yeah, especially living out in the forest. It's always on my mind.
I'm glad that I convinced you to change your entire dream job. It's good. It's good. Any other questions? Oh yeah. Ooh. Let's talk about our worst instead. No, most enjoyable session.
This rarely happens in anime that you get to work with someone, especially since COVID. But during One Punch Man, sometimes Max would sit in on our sessions, and that never happens
Forgot about
anymore.
that.
I forgot. That was a world apart. But I was recording Dr. Genus, who is the guy in One Punch Man who's 26 different. There's 26 different ones of him, and they all sit around and talk to each other. It was a really wild
I was there
session.
for that.
And Max was there for that. And as Chris Kaysen was the director, great sense of humor, and so we were just cracking each other up the whole time. There are many bloopers that will never see the light of day. Yeah, that was really fun.
What's your most funnest, Max?
Dog, I don't know.
Mine is also a session where Max sat in on this.
What?
And we haven't told this story in a long time, so I'm going to tell it.
Wow.
I was working on a show called Breadwinners. I've been doing animation for about 5 years, and this is my my first big lead thing that I was in. And in walks a like 21, 22-year-old little baby man, tiny little baby face baby boy, Max Middleman. and he's gonna do his guest star on the show. And this was like early in our first season, but we're all pretty comfortable because we've been working on it for so long. Eric Bauza and I had been working on this show together every week for like a while, and in comes Max,
And in my eyes, they're pros, and I look up to them tremendously.
And he was very sweet, and he had asked earlier, could he come in early and watch us do a portion of the episode before he came in and did his character or whatever the sequence of events was. And they were like, yeah, sure, come in and watch. So the way Nickelodeon is set up, it's a big booth about the size of these tables, and then the big viewing room maybe up to you in the Demon Slayer shirt. So you could have like, there's a couple couches, the engineer, producers can be in there. So he comes in and he's sitting on the couch, and you can't hear each other through the whatever, and me and Eric are joking, and whatever happens. And then we notice this kid in here.
So sitting like this, and this is no exaggeration.
Wow, the big city.
Yeah.
So Eric and I started, we're like, hey, who's that guy in here? Who's that guy? What are you doing here? And then I go, blah, blah, blah. And it was uncertain exactly what was said.
I remember.
But
But it was uncertain. Go
But
on.
it was somewhat uncertain. But let's just say, okay, it was a
pee-pee joke.
It was a pee-pee joke, but it wasn't just like any pee-pee joke. It was like your pee-pee joke, which is something that happens when you do animation, because you're doing all this kid stuff, and there's a part of you that just wants to break out of it and like make a dirty joke. It happens all the time. And I was like, ha, dirty joke directed at you.
But I had this like clean vision of what voiceover was, and like everybody walks around all dainty with smiles and says, yes, I will record your thing for you, blah, 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 blah. How is that? Yes, let's all have a tea party. And when he did that, I was heartbroken. I was just crushed. And it wasn't that I was like heartbroken, it was that my worldview was completely turned upside down, and I was like, this isn't what I thought it was.
Meanwhile, the whole room's like,
To the point that when I met Robbie, when we were working on Final Fantasy 15, went over to his house to watch some MMA man stuff. Max was like, "Oh, I don't like that guy."
No, before you did
Max
that,
and Ray were friends first.
we were friends, and Ray was like, I found out the cast of this Final Fantasy thing I'm working on, and he was like, one of the guys is Robbie Damon, and I went, that
guy. Because also by this time there was a second meeting between you two, where Robbie left you a gift.
No, that came later.
That came after?
You're talking about when
on your
we
music
wrote
stand.
On
Yeah. That was
came
later.
after.
Oh, okay.
I left you a gift?
Yeah, we were friends at that point.
Okay, good.
But yeah, before you met him, I was like, do not go out with that guy. He is terrible.
Very uncouth.
And Ray went anyway. Thank God he didn't listen to Matt.
And he came back and he went, I don't know, he was pretty cool. And I was like, I don't see it. And then we all eventually, oh, okay, then you convinced me to go to a bar and meet Robbie, and that is the same day Robbie and I found out we were in Spider-Man together.
Oh, yeah, it was the same week. Well, it was the same day.
Yeah, we were all in your
day.
kitchen and going through our credits and going, what the heck?
Yeah.
We're all in everything together.
Yeah,
we were all under NDA. We didn't know this. We were all just starting out.
And then we went to, but you guys broke NDA with each other.
Yes,
And then
we were
I
friends.
broke NDA with my friends.
Yes.
And then we went out to, then we all went to Larry's in Venice Beach.
Oh, yeah.
And that's when we all came together for the first time.
You were being real sly about it. You were
because
like,
I didn't know you, and I didn't want to.
Right.
Yeah, but
And I didn't want to tell you, my worst enemy.
yeah. And then we all had a great night, hugged, started hanging out, and then shortly after that is when I brought these guys the idea for the show. And I was like, hey, I've been doing cons for about a year at that point because of Sailor Moon. And I was like, hey, these cons are really cool, meeting the fans, that's about it. Like, it's travel by yourself, it's really tough. How much better would it be if you were with your buddies and you did something special, which was a live show, which is what we're doing tomorrow on the main stage.
Yes.
So they thought about it, and we talked about it, and then they came over to my house, and we got Post-it notes out, and we on my bedroom door, and we all went over all of the bits that we knew from improv and how we could shape them into a variety show and tweak them all so they could be for a Comic-Con style audience. And that, to the answer to your question, was our origin story. And I believe the question was, what was your most funnest session? But yeah,
Well done.
That's our origin story.
All right, it's time for the lightning round. So if you guys have questions, raise your hands, keep them up, and we will answer every single remaining burning question before we move on to our games.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Keep your hands up.
How long have we been doing improv?
Improv?
I have been doing improv since I was around 20, and I studied at Upright Citizens Brigade and Groundlings and some Second City stuff.
I learned the formal improv in college, undergraduate, so 20 years ago. Then didn't do any of it for 10 years, and then I've been doing it with these guys for 8 years.
I started in high school. We had a professional comedian come to our high school and start a dueling comedy team. And you'd go from you would travel around the other high schools in Las Vegas where I grew up and do dueling improv with each other, and that was fun. So I guess that was 2003, 19 years ago. So a very long time.
Fun story. Never told this one before.
Wow.
I was at Groundlings, and my teacher was throwing out different accents, and she was like British, Australian, and then she turned to me and she was like Chinese, and I went, no, don't think I will. and she went, this is improv, either do it or sit back down. And I went, I'll sit then. Wow. I don't
Be racist or leave. Right there. You had one. No, who had one? You.
I know you're not in bingo, I'm sorry, but what are you guys' favorite bingo straight dogs?
Probably my episode where I play Ace in Bingo Stray Dogs.
Robbie and Bryce have one amazing episode where it's just the three of us locked in a train car together. It's one of the best episodes of anime ever. Favorite Bungo Stray Dogs characters or lines?
No, favorite line.
Episodes.
Favorite line.
Line?
Line. I don't know if he actually says this, or if this is just a quote that's attributed from the manga or from the actual Atsushi Nakajima. Nakajima? Is that his last name?
Yeah.
Lightning round!
But he says, I've only ever regretted the things I didn't do. And I think that's a beautiful quote.
Next!
Good. My favorite line is, I am crime, I am punishment.
I like that one.
Yes, it's the best.
Is Akechi a...
Dog person or cat person?
Akeshi's a cat person. Dog person or cat person?
Is it
Akechi.
catchy?
Ryuji.
I think Akechi is a dog person.
Okay, Ryuji, cat or dog person?
Ryuji is a dog person.
Subway announcer, cat or dog person?
Subway announcer is an elephant person. He has a pet elephant.
Wow. Next, lightning. Lightning doesn't strike without a rod.
Wait, there was one last
Back
question.
there, right there.
Oh, and then one over there, yeah.
What?
Would I clone myself if I could? But is it a baby or a regular me? So it's exactly me at my age?
So we're allowed
It's
to...
the Paul Rudd show.
It's Paul Rudd show.
We can age the
Multiplicity.
baby. We can age the baby.
Age that
age
baby.
the
Age that baby.
Well, you can't age a baby.
You have to age the baby. How else are you going to get a current age?
You're gonna put a baby in a bottle?
I'm going to put a baby in a bottle if I have to.
And a bottle gonna age the baby?
Hey, it's a baby in a bottle. Would I clone myself? It seems like it's like too tempting to. Could you still be a good person with a clone? Because I think inherently you have to trick people to make it worth it, right? Like the only reason a clone would be worth it is if they were pretending to be you doing the things that you do, or otherwise the clone has autonomy and then it could just go
Yeah,
do
you'd be like, hey, can you do my voiceover session for me? And he'll be like,
No?
no.
Yeah. So what's the scenario here?
Yeah, and I was thinking like we could clone Lava and then we could do 2 cons in one weekend, but then we're splitting the money with the clone.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
No, we only pay the clones 10%.
But they're doing all the work.
Yeah, but at the same time, there's some problems with this. We got manipulation. We've got borderline slavery. This is bad.
I'm realizing I'm a bad person.
Yeah. But if it were just, what about I got it. I want a non-sentient, brainless clone so that I can harvest his organs if I ever get sick.
Oh, keep him in a jar. Yes.
Yeah, that's the kind of clone I want.
All right, everyone quiet. Shoulder dance party.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, not bad. Oh, it stopped. They did. Everybody started doing it and they hated it.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, it's time for our game called Three-Headed Expert.
Is this the only other thing we do?
No, we're doing a couple other things.
Oh, we don't have time.
We have 8 minutes.
We have 8 minutes. Let's do it. Let's go.
This is a game called Three-Headed
Wait,
Expert.
then do you want to do questions only?
What?
Questions only?
That's our next one.
We'll do Three-Headed Expert.
Here's the deal. This is why why we did this game is because usually Q&A panels are so tough because the same questions all the time. So we put a bunch of games to do filler. But you guys' questions were so good. We did like a real Q&A.
We did like things we never say.
Yeah,
we,
that was
like,
really fun.
we actually bared our soul a little bit. That was great.
So now we're doing something called Three-Headed Expert. And what that is somehow, miraculously, our 3 brains have
It was a
melded.
cloning incident.
It was a cloning incident in the laboratory, and our 3 brains, instead of being cloned, melded into one. And we now know everything. We, with the superpower of a genius 3-brain complex, have the answers to all your questions in the universe. So ask us any question that's been on your mind for years and years. Yes, you. I forgot to tell you, we're going to answer this one word at a
time. Okay. How did the color blue come to exist?
First,
the
Universe.
created me.
Then
the
Color
blue
was formed.
I
ate
It
and
became
a
God.
Next question.
Yep. Good.
A question about anything.
I
it can literally be
Yes.
If I'm thinking about changing careers, what should it be?
If you're thinking about changing careers, what should it be?
Whatever we say, you have to do. Okay, here we go.
don't
Start.
Smoke
fires.
Good step 1. Then
apply
Ointment
to
your body.
because
managers
Are
judgmental
and
don't like
itchy
bodies.
so
go
And
apply
for
management
positions
at
Barney's
Beanery.
Is Barney's Beanery only Las Vegas? I think.
No, it's a wrap.
Oh, it's a
Who
wrap.
knows
Okay.
a Barney's
Barney's
wrap?
Beanery.
It's only Las Vegas.
It's a
yeah.
restaurant, so unfortunately you're going to be a very greasy waiter.
Yes.
Any
luck.
other questions about life? About
Yes, Madoka. What is a frog? Ribbit.
I
Am
A
frog.
I
don't
Like
the
poison
that
shoots
out
of
my
mouth.
ribbit.
ribbit.
I
Love
The
bugs
that
I
eat
as
a
snack.
each morning.
Ribbit.
ribbit.
Okay.
Nicky ears.
When are you gonna get married?
First
Comes
Love.
then
comes
Marriage.
then
comes
anime
in
A
baby
carriage.
you
will
Be
married
by
moon
down.
tonight.
Congratulations. Yeah. Wow.
down.
All right, who else?
What is the
is
meaning
the
of
meaning
life?
of life?
Ribbit.
I
am a
frog.
I.
Who's got one? These are great. Right here,
Green
Spider-Man.
hair. No, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man origin?
Ouch.
I was just bit by
A biter.
Why
Is
my feet
So
big and
sweaty. Ribbit. am a
Spider-Man! That's pretty good. Right there.
How
How to carve a pumpkin.
Wow, okay.
Take
A knife.
and
Stick
It's
in
my
enemy.
he
Will die.
and
swiftly
Float.
into
space.
Then
by
A
pumpkin.
and
stick
A
knife
into
your
enemy.
don't worry.
About
His soul
it
is gone
forever
The pumpkin
is
unimportant.
that's great.
Wow. Right there.
Favorite millipede. Connor
McGregor.
Next.
Why does the wind change direction?
Why does the wind change direction?
Alas,
My
dreams
are wildly,
passionately,
soaringly
expectedly floating
into
space. Wind wither about the planet
like
a
tornado
sucking the
moon
into my
mouth.
wind is
God
wind is
life.
wind is
Frog.
Oh, that was unhinged.
Last one.
That was
one
last
more.
one. There you go. Right there.
what's it like being a smoke jumper?
Okay.
Let's break
This fire
Down.
first.
hinge
Unhinge my
belt. Then
take off
my
pants
into
the fire.
I
Go being
a stream
of
consciousness. All
the
fire goes
away by
sundown.
moon night. Stars.
Will
You
guide me
to
my destiny.
marry
This
lady. Yes.
Thank you guys. This
can't-
is so much fun.
we can't believe you came out on a Friday at noon. Thank you so much.